note that everyone has returned. Thank you. Okay. We now need to move to the approval of the prior minutes.
Mr. President, I move the meeting minutes of November 17th conference, November 17th executive, and November 21st business meeting.
Second. The motion and the second. On the question? Roll call, Mr. Ober.
Mr. Kofoot?
Yes, except I will abstain on November the 21st.
Mr. McDevitt?
Yes.
Dr. Maloney?
Yes.
Mr. Stargell?
Yes.
Mrs. James Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Wynn?
Yes.
Mr. O'Brien?
Yes.
Resolution passes unanimously, except for the one abstention.
Report of the zone PTA.
Wow. Yeah. Turn that and face us if you want. Very good.
All right, Michelle Alfano for Amy Frabel. The Camden County PTA Reflections, that was the art contest. We had 2 honorable mentions and 1 award of excellence that's going on for state competition, high school student Alondra Reyes for arts and literature. Our value cards, which PTAs were selling last year, I believe most of you have. Very good value. They are coming back in January 2nd with 3 new vendors. Primo's Hoagies, 10% off. Outback Steakhouse, free blooming onion with 2 entrees. And Dunkin' Donuts is back with buy 6 get 6 free, or a medium large drink, you get 1 free donut. All the rest is the same. And our next zone meeting is January 10th, and we look forward to having our new superintendent join us. That will be it for the zone.
Thank you.
Great choices.
Moving on to public comment, agenda items only. Pennsauken Township Board of Education recognizes that the schools are the concern of all members of the community. With this in mind, the Board of Education welcomes and solicits input from the public during the regular monthly business meeting. Members of the community are afforded an opportunity to express their views. It does, however, respectfully suggest that citizens attempt to resolve concerns by speaking directly to school administrators before bringing it to the board. Individuals with a relevant interest in the functions or duty of the board are invited to speak a maximum of 5 minutes on any one issue. You are required to give your name and address before speaking.
Agenda item? Come on in.
If I come back.
Please, so we can have it on record.
Hi, Mrs. Wilson. I live in the town, 4908 Laurel Avenue. I have a couple of questions that I have great concerns about. Because of the other communities, I'm very concerned that we are the only school that I know of that offers free summer school. I would like to know why. The other question I have, we have 1 truant officer for this district. There's no way that he can take care of the number of students that we have. We have a lot of students that live on the border of Camden and Pennsauken, and there are a lot of those students that do not live in our area that come to our schools. I'm concerned about that. I'm also concerned about BTW. Go to T. Washington. That school has a tremendous, a lot of money that we're paying, $500,000 to $600,000 a year, and the student population is very small. It could be those students could be transitioned through the 2 to 6 program if it's possible. They are the 3 concerns that I have. I live in this town. I have been living here for more than 20 years, and as a result of so many things going on, my taxes have more than doubled. I think that the majority of my taxes are, of course, 47% is for the school district. And I'm not upset about that because I love the schools. I worked here in this building for more than 26 and a half years. But I think that there's some things that we can do to really look into what is going on in our school district and see what we can do about it. And I thank you very much for this time.
Thank you. Every year when we do our budget process, summer school is an issue that we discuss. I'm proud that this board has been able to keep our summer school free, but that is something that we'll be addressing at budget time. We have, as far as truant officer, we at one time had 2.
Yes.
And we've had some drops in aid, so we have had to make some cuts in areas that, that we would not have wanted to, any of the cuts that we made. But again, that's something, again, we would address at budget time. And actually, I cannot recall your third, what was your third question?
Booker T. Washington.
Booker T. Washington. Booker T. Washington, that's a very good program. We try to have our students in the best site that would be for them. And it actually, although it does cost us some money, it would cost us a lot more money if we had them out of district.
Actually, why can we not transition them through to the 6th program? Because on a given day, how many students are at ETW? If you have an enrollment of maybe 25, or I do not know exactly, but there are many times when there are so few students there for the number of staff.
Mr. President, the 2 to 6 program is for non-classified children, and Booker T. Washington program is for classified children.
That's not true.
No,
Not to be.
No.
But just a point of correction. There are classified students in that program, and that has been a complaint.
Okay.
So I don't know what direction our superintendent's going with that. So it's basically, I think she's at the point now that she's looking at that formula to try to come up with some type of solution. But I think it's been mixed.
And it's very important that we address the needs of our individual students.
I can thoroughly appreciate that. And that is why I am asking these things, because I am concerned about the students.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
for giving me the time.
Again, actually, this public comment is for agenda items. Anyone else have any questions on the agenda items?
Going once. Going twice. Make a motion, we close the public portion.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Gilbert, that passed unanimously.
Thank you, sir.
Report of the board solicitor. Board solicitor, have anything for us at this time?
No, there's nothing at this time, but I'd like to thank the board, as this is my first meeting and my first appointment, and I bring an interesting mix to the board, and I hope to aid the board and support the board in everything it does.
Thank you very much. Okay, report of committees of the Board of Education.
Very quickly, Mr. President, if I may. I had the opportunity to attend the middle school concert a few weeks ago. It was probably one of the best concerts that I've seen in the several years that I've been attending. It was a standing room only crowd. At one point, they had every student that was in either the 7th or 8th grade chorus, the band, the strings, on stage or in front of the stage performing at one time. So it was really a great show. And I'd like to compliment 2 of the students, 8th grader Aaron Scallon and 7th grader Tyler Lee, who have both been selected to participate in the All South Jersey Chorus. I also attended the high school concert. It was, again, a great concert. The students put a lot of effort into it, the staff. A lot of them were young folks that we saw here this evening receiving awards. And I'd also like to congratulate Coach Tab on his selection as the Brooks Irvine Coach of the Year. You know about heard about the many accomplishments of our football team, but I think it's a great honor honor for Coach Tab and for the school. I'd just like to comment on the activities that began our meeting tonight. When you see the number of students that came out and the support they have from the parents, I think the superintendent and the mayor both hit it on the head with parental support. That program over the years has been one of the best supported programs as far as parental involvement, and it translates into the students' achievements both in competition and in the school. We honored a number of those students again tonight as Students of the Month. So we should all be very proud of all of our students, but especially those that go that extra mile, get involved, go out, compete, and are successful. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Coker. Any other reports? Okay.
Mr. President?
Yes.
I got an email request from the Office Superintendent with the beginning for the Council Committee, and I will coordinate it with the Council Committee member. Possibly, we have the reviews of policy that the possible because of the initiative.
Okay. So would you like, Mr. Chairman, would you like the policy committee to stay after the meeting so we can arrange sometime within that meeting?
You can do it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other committee reports? Okay, we're going to move on to old business. And I do have something for old business. As the board is aware, one of our board members has resigned. And what you have in front of you is a list of 5. Now, the first 3, in the order that they were received, are people that emailed the board with interest in serving as a member of the Board of Education. The 4th and 5th spots I have left blank in case there's any board members who would like to bring up another potential candidate. So does anybody have anybody else that they would like to bring up at this time?
I actually would like to submit a name. I would like to submit the name of Theodore Johnson, who is our interim superintendent.
James Wilson, have you spoken to Mr. Johnson?
I have spoken to Dr. Johnson. I did call and ask him whether he would be willing to serve, and he said yes, he would.
Do we have any other names that board members would like to bring up? Okay. At this time, if anybody has any comments or would about these candidates who, would like to make a motion to possibly appoint someone, or if someone has a different idea, this is the time to bring it to the board.
Well, did were these resumes or just requests of interest?
These are emails just showing interest.
Just showing interest.
They are not resumes.
Can we get a committee to interview the candidates?
Well, that would be a decision made by the board. I personally would like to appoint tonight.
Well, I understand that, but I think just to appoint to be appointed, I would like to see a committee that would interview the candidates and come up with and present to the board what that candidate can bring to the table. It's a short term, and someone that's going to hit the ground running. These are excellent people.